much, sir.
Dr. Narendra Jadhav.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. At the very outset, let me thank the Honorable Chair for allowing me to participate in this discussion on a subject of greatest contemporary relevance today. On July 11, 4 men said to be tannery workers by police, they were stripped, flogged with iron rods, and paraded by Gaurakshaks or self-styled cow protectors in Una, in Gujarat. The cow vigilantes then put up the video online as a warning. The protest against this incident across Gujarat has snowballed, and one policeman was killed in stone throwing, and 12 Dalit men have attempted to commit suicide over the past 1 week, and several buses have been burned. Sir, this Una incident in Gujarat is most despicable and horrific incident, and it is a national shame. And we need the strongest possible, the most stringent action, and that too on a fast track. Sir, I do not want to see this incident with a political point of view. To my mind, sir, this incident is symptomatic of a deeper malady that has plagued our country for a very long time. What is the broad picture of Dalit atrocities in our country? The National Crime Records Bureau, NCRB, those data are available only up to the year 2014, and the number of crimes against scheduled caste in the year 2014 as reported by NCRB were 47,064, and Honorable Member Shri Punia has now indicated that in the year 2015 the number has increased to 54,355. What is interesting and important to see the distribution of these crimes against scheduled caste across various states in our country. And for that, the best indicator is the rate of crime, that is number of crimes committed against scheduled caste per 1 lakh population. If you look at the state-wise distribution, you will see that this malady is across the entire country. In fact, in the year 2014, the top 3 states where the rate of crime against scheduled caste was highest, the top 3 states happened to be Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Bihar. Gujarat, on which so much attention has been paid now, actually has much lower rate, 2.4%, whereas UP, Rajasthan, and Bihar are all in the range of 17 to 18%. What are the basic reasons for this atrocities taking place? To my mind, sir, there are 3 major reasons why atrocities on Dalits take place. The most important one is this: the dominant castes in our country tend to reinforce the hierarchical caste-based power structure and suppress Dalit rights assertion. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, way back in 1936, had described the Indian society is based on the caste system. He said, his words were these: the caste system in India is a form of graded inequality with ascending order of reverence, but a descending order of contempt. This indicates the mindset that is behind all these atrocities. Now, Dalits have been asserting their fundamental rights which are given to them by the Indian Constitution, and this is what is being resisted by the so-called upper caste, and that has been leading to atrocities. The second reason why atrocities are taking place in our country is that the access to justice for scheduled caste is abysmally low. If you look at the conviction rate for general IPC conviction rate in our country under the Indian Penal Code is 45%, whereas the conviction rate for crimes committed against scheduled caste is very low. The national average is 22.4. And if you see the distribution of the conviction rate across states, what we find is that the minimum minimum conviction rate, minimum is very bad. The minimum conviction rate happens to be in Bihar and also happens to be in Gujarat. Gujarat, the conviction rate is only 2.9%, which means that it is way below the average, and conviction is not taking place in Gujarat for a very long time. The third reason for these atrocities is the severe lack of empathy on the part of administrators. Police and other authorities tend to carry their biases, and this is also a big mindset problem. Sir, under the circumstances, what needs to be done? If you look at the radical level, the suggestion that was made, the recommendation that was made way back by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, way back in 1936, he said that in his famous speech that was printed as a book called Annihilation of Caste, he had said that the only way to annihilate caste in our country is to put explosives to Dharma Shastras. Now that is at a radical level. One doesn't want to go that far, but within the constitutional framework, to my mind, sir, I'll conclude in 1 minute. To my mind, sir, there are within the constitutional framework, there are 4 action points that I want to suggest. The first one is enforcement of the law, particularly the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Prevention of Atrocities Act, which was amended and passed by Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in 2015. That is very important. The second one is promotion of inter-caste marriages. Even today, the honor killings take place, which is a matter of shame. The third one is possibly thinking about in terms of promoting non-usage of the surnames because they identify you by the caste. And the fourth one is proper implementation of Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes sub-plan. As you are aware, there was a reference made here that the population, the overall population, share of population of Scheduled Caste in the overall population is about 16.8. And long time back, under Mrs. Indira Gandhi, there was this policy of Scheduled Caste sub-plan that was introduced, and it says that the allocation earmarked, the funds should be earmarked to Scheduled Caste for their welfare in proportion of their share in the population. This was long time back in 1979. It was pointed out today that in Gujarat and in the last couple of years, the proportion of allocation for Scheduled Caste sub-plan has come down, which is a fact. However, I hasten to add that this is not what has happened now. Over the years, the proportion of the amount of money earmarked for Scheduled Caste sub-plan has never crossed 9%. This has happened in the earlier regime also, and today also it is declining, which is a matter of grave concern. The track record, I want to emphasize, sir, that the track record for all central governments in terms of implementation of Scheduled Caste sub-plan has been uniformly bad. Adequate allocation is not made, and there is a massive diversion that takes place. So the order of the day, there needs to be an immediate correction in terms of implementation of the Scheduled Caste sub-plan adequately and effectively, and at the same time taking the most stringent action against the perpetrators of the heinous crime that took place in Pune, Gujarat. Dhanyavad. Thank you.